I personally do believe expectations can create disappointment. But that's when you have expectations of people and you don't allow them to show you who they are. Because if you're expecting these things from a person and they ain't even showed you they are capable or have the capacity to reach those expectations, you setting yourself up for your feelings to get hurt, poo. Still don't, and that's a great place, and that's just because I'm secure in who I am and I'm comfortable in my body and what I choose to do and don't do. I have been working on my faith and my relationship with God, and so I don't really kind of like stress as much as I used to. You can't have doubt and fear and also have faith. You can never have those at the same time. It's a lot and it's hard to say, but I'm still learning, and I'm learning that. But like, I really am starting to believe that you can't have fear and doubt and faith. The two don't coincide. You can't have both.
If you ain't trying to get a bag, then dip. Cause see, I ain't got time for a wimp. I want a real who gon' stick with me. I want some real who gon' pimp with me. If you ain't trying to get a bag, then dip.
And also those other people around you, like, that's why it's good to have friends and like a village outside of your relationship. Like, you know, I know my girlfriends gonna call me and be like, girl, you been all up under that man, come hang out with us. Like, yeah, I need that. I know that, like, you know, my business friends are gonna say, hey, I heard you was applying for this grant, how did it go? Did you do it? I heard you was planning this event, did you do it? Did you start? What's up? What you doing? Because you all under that man. Like, have multiple people to hold you accountable to those different facets of your life. Like, I know my nail tech gonna be like, girl, you can't got your nails done, why your hair look like that? Like, have people hold you accountable to those different facets of your life, and that's how you find your balance. Share your thoughts on finding and maintaining a healthy, supportive relationship in your 20s. Just as I said, communicate. I don't ever believe in like blindsiding somebody on my expectations. I will say this though. Let me see how I want to word this. Because, and the reason I'm having a hard time saying what I'm about to say is because I personally do believe expectations can create disappointment. But that's when you have expectations of people and you don't allow them to show you who they are. Right? But, and so maybe not expectations, but standards. Okay. Standards and expectations, right? So me as a woman, my standards for a healthy relationship is honesty, open communication, quality time, blah, 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 blah. Like those things. Those are my standards. But my expectations are, I expect you to bring me flowers every week. I expect you to be supportive of my career. I expect you to blah, 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 blah. But be careful in those expectations. You can set your standards and your boundaries, but let someone show you who they are before you create those expectations, because expectations can easily give disappointment. That is like the bearer of disappointment is expectations when it comes to people. Because if you're expecting these things from a person and they ain't even showed you they are capable or have the capacity to reach those expectations, you setting yourself up for your feelings to get hurt, poo. I'm just telling you right now. Like, don't date no jock boy who ain't never bought a flower or looked at a flower in his life. You ain't never seen him give that type of energy, and you talking about you expecting flowers every week. Why would you expect that and he not giving that? Right? Like, and don't say you expect that because I told him I want that. Wait till there's a pattern or behavior shown first. Like, you could tell a man, yes, I want flowers weekly, but let him bring you flowers for a month straight every week, right? Until you've created that behavior in him, and then say, okay, now I have an expectation that my man gonna bring me flowers every week because I've seen a repeated behavior. Okay, that's what I think expectation should be. Is once you've seen a repeated behavior, now I expect this. Don't go into nothing, no relationship, no friendship, not a damn thing with expectations. Wait till you've seen a repeated behavior and set that as the expectation, because that is showing, they are showing you who they are. They're showing you what they're capable of. They're showing you what they want to do, because if they wanted to, they would, right? Yeah. Don't be slow, girl. Think, babes, think. Okay? Okay. So that's it for dating. The next topic is self-care, my favorite new thing. I'm really getting into it. I'm trying. It's hard, but I'm trying. So, what self-care practices have you found most helpful in your 20s? The self-care practice I found most helpful in my 20s. I would say solo dates and like maintenance. And okay, I'm gonna give y'all. So solo dates for me is just like spending quality time alone. That could be driving around, and I gotta learn the window shop. Cause I be buying stuff. Like, that is not on the itinerary. But like solo dates could be just going to get you some Starbucks, sitting in Starbucks reading on your iPad, drinking your little drink, eating your muffin, or watching a YouTube video, just spending quality time with myself. It could be I done got Starbucks and I'm driving around listening to music, or I done got me ate lunch by myself and I'm people watching outside, looking out on the balcony of wherever I'm eating. It could be at home, like doing like mask, or you know, doing a pedicure, or doing my hair and I'm listening to a podcast, or you know, watching my favorite marathons. It could be just anything that involves time alone. Like learning to love and enjoy your own company is, I think, the epitome of self-care, right? And then also, like when I said self-care as far as like my maintenance or, you know, appearance, I am working on, because y'all, I'm one of them people, I don't really give a damn what I look like. I really kind of don't. Like, you know, when it's time to put that shit on, I'm gonna put that shit on. But on a regular basis, I typically don't care what I look like, because I know what I got going. So I'm not really one of those people who like, oh, they're judging me because I got on Crocs and a big ass t-shirt and some joggers and my hair is in a puff ball. I don't really care. And I still don't, and that's a great place, and that's just because I'm secure in who I am and I'm comfortable in my body and what I choose to do and don't do. But I'm working on getting out of that, because I do also believe if you look good, you feel good, and that people, I do have an understanding that people will judge you based off of your appearance, whether you care or not. And just because of where I am in my life, and I'm trying to build and be open, and you know, I want to have I don't gotta show the fuck out, I ain't gonna put this shit on, but I want to have a decent representation of who I am in the public eye at all times, right? And so, not to be unrealistic, I'm not saying I'm never gonna look crazy or never gonna, you know, just be in between, but for a regular basis, like I want to go out with my hair done or decent, and you know, maybe my nails done, and get up and get dressed, put on some decent clothes, not just like throwing on anything random. Now I do still, of course, like I said, I'm being realistic, y'all. It's gonna be times where I'm gonna throw on whatever t-shirt and whatever joggers is clean, okay, and I'm gonna slap them motherfucking Crocs on, right? But I am also working on getting out of it. I'm working on, because I do know personally, me, when I get up and do my self-care morning routine, brush my teeth, do my skincare routine, do my edges, lay my hair, you know, pick out my clothes, find my smell for the day, that it brings me, it's very peaceful to me. And getting up and setting the day, I think that sets intention for the day. When you get up, you have a routine, you get dressed intentionally for something to happen that day, then it's a possibility you'll be more productive, right? I personally am more productive when I do those things versus just throwing on whatever. That's just me saying, okay, look, I'm not really here to be intentional today. I'm just here and I'm just trying to be here. But being intentional about it, saying, okay, I'm going to wear these today, or I'm going to try and go out to a coffee shop today, so let me get dressed, look presentable, take some business cards, and just go sit and chill. Not that you got to have no plan every day, but just being intentional, you know? And even in like lounge wear, like I love me a good robe, but like even in lounge wear, like getting some like workout sets or jogger sets for those errands, like have errand clothes. Don't just be looking throw the fuck away. And that's talking to me, because I will put on a shirt with a bleach stain. Like I keep cleaning clothes. I don't know no black person that don't. I'm just saying, I will put on a bleach t-shirt with bleach stains in it, and some tights with dog hair all on it. Listen, don't judge me. My dog is very hairy. The clothes are clean. But, you get what I'm saying? But, like, girl, you can put on a cute little crop and set and tight set, and roll that doggone lint roller on your body, and put some tennis shoes on, do your edges, you know, comb your eyebrows out, put some on your face, and then walk out the door. So, yeah, just working on that appearance thing. Those are the self-care practices I found helpful for my 20s. How to manage stress and prioritize mental health during your 20s. How to manage stress and prioritize mental health. Again, I think that comes to like the self-care thing, spending that time alone. Get you a therapist. I think, I'm not gonna lie, I really believe for your 20s, a therapist could help you through so much. Because I feel like in our 20s, one, we still developing, you know, mentally, and we're still trying to understand all these emotions and communication styles and, you know, behaviors from other people. And that's a lot to depict while you're still going through it yourself. You're still developing your own behaviors, your own habits, your own emotions and mores, your own communication styles. And so doing that yourself while also trying to understand all of these things you're getting from different people, because you're meeting a lot of people in your 20s, you're trying to network and engage and make friends, that could be fucking overwhelming. And so I highly do like recommend, get you a therapist, boo. And don't settle for the first one. Get you somebody who you really feel like are asking you the right questions, who are getting to the nitty gritty, who are making you cry, who are making you question things, who are challenging you in your sessions. Get you a good therapist. And then second, just how to manage stress and mental health. I would say, if you don't have a therapist or are not interested or whatever, just find you somebody who could be that for you. But be very careful, because they're not a professional. You know, if you could have a good relationship with your parents where y'all could talk openly about those things, do that. If you have an older sibling or a younger sibling who is, you know, can accept that capacity of that dump that you're about to put onto them, do that. But again, I'm just a courteous person, so be careful when dumping on just random people. Like a therapist, I'm finna give you all this because this your job. But like your friends or your parents or your siblings, like that you're dumping your emotions on, I just would say be courteous. Even your partner, be courteous, because you don't want to overwhelm them as well. They're not, we ain't made for that. Like, that's what therapists are for. But us on a regular day basis, taking in all your emotions while still trying to process our own can be a lot. So just be cautious, be considerate when you're dumping. So yeah. Next, share your self-care routines or rituals. Y'all not already seen it. If y'all ain't seen no Get Ready With Me on my channel, go find a Get Ready With Me. That's my self-care routine. Get up, brush your teeth, wash your face, floss your teeth, scrape your tongue. I rinse my mouth with a mixed peroxide and mouthwash. I don't really know what y'all asking me. I do my skincare routine. I got like 3 different face washes. I moisturize. I put on a sunscreen every day. I do my edges. I pick my outfit out. I shower, wash my ass. What's the question? I don't get it. That's my self-care routine. I love my morning routine. So yeah. Discuss the importance of setting boundaries to protect your well-being. Discuss the importance of setting boundaries to protect your well-being. I mean, it's just what it is, kind of like protect your peace at all costs. I don't care. It might hurt for, like, if you gotta cut somebody off to protect your peace, do it. Do it. Cause we don't live long, y'all. We are not on this earth long enough to be stressed out and overwhelmed. And so I want to live a peaceful life. What they say, I'm in my soft girl era. Yes, baby. I ain't stressing about nothing. Okay? And I feel like that for me personally comes with my faith and building my faith and my relationship with God. And if you're not interested in this, you know, if you're not religious and I'm not religious, don't get me wrong, I'm spiritual. It's a difference. But if you're not interested in this, what I'm about to say, skip. But again, for me, I have been working on my faith and my relationship with God. And so I don't really kind of like stress as much as I used to. And this is recent, y'all. It ain't like I just been like this. This is recent. This is still also a work in progress. Sometimes doubt creeps in. And you can't have doubt and fear and also have faith. You can never have those at the same time. It's a lot and it's hard to say, but I'm still learning, and I'm learning that. But like, I really am starting to believe that you can't have fear and doubt and faith. The two don't coincide. You can't have both. Like, either you got faith it's going to work, or you doubting it. Like, you can't be both. You can't be both. You just can't. Right? You can't be scared and have faith. You don't got faith if you're scared. Sorry. It don't work like that. You can't have both. It's one or the other. Either you have faith or you don't right now. And it's okay if those are momentary lapse. It's okay. It's an up and down. It's a cycle. It's going to repeat itself. And I find that for myself too. But I'm working on building up my faith and my relationship with God. That way, when those moments or those, you know, seeds of doubt that are being planted by the devil, child, get out of my way. Like, my relationship with God is so strong, it'll instantly overpower that. Because, baby, what? Like, let's see, what's something like, I have an event that I'm getting ready to come up on in March for next year for my organization. And I, like, was doubtful the other day because I'm like, dang, I'm not getting, like, enough speakers. I'm not getting the people I want. Like, they're saying this and this and that, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dang, is anybody going to work? And then God, I was like, nah, I ain't even going to think like that. I'm going to keep reaching out to people. I'm going to keep applying because somebody is going to be the perfect fit for what I need. And instantly, four new speakers rolled on in because God said, ask my child and you shall receive. Okay? I ain't going to preach on y'all today, but I'm just saying. Ask and you shall receive. So, yeah, that's kind of what I got to say on it. How do you stay motivated and set goals for personal growth and self-improvement? Why that question so long? How do you stay motivated and set goals for personal growth and self-improvement? Write it out and make it plain. That whiteboard productivity video I just did, write it out and make it plain. And put it somewhere you can see it every day, read it every day. So it's a couple things that I do to kind of keep that innate in my mind. One, I have my whiteboard, and it has all my businesses on here. To my left, I'm actually looking at, to the left, it has my 4th quarter goals. I also do believe in creating like long-term goals, 1 year, 3 year, 5 year, all of that. But also those short and attainable goals instantly, because you need to feel success in order to keep motivated. I personally do. I don't know about y'all. So my 4th quarter goals, that's just these last 3 months. And I have them for every facet of my life. And those are things I know that I can absolutely achieve, right? They're not far-fetched, right? But I also have on here to hold me accountable to those goals, daily things that I can be doing that coincide and will help me reach those goals. And so, like, for my daily things, it could be checking email, doing follow-ups. Like, I used to miss a lot of stuff by not checking my email, by not following up with people, things like that. I have on here research networking events. I have on here look up new shows and music opportunities, distribution deals. I have look up pop-up shops for like my branding. I have reach out to entrepreneurs and entertainers for my podcast, things like that. Then I also have an urgent list, something to hold me accountable instantaneously. So whatever from those daily, okay, what need to be done today? It's 4 things on here. Them ain't y'all business, but yeah. I also have like a weekly to-do list. Something that I just know, okay, this week, this need to get done. Or every week, this need to get done. And then also ongoing projects. So something that may be a little longer in longevity. So like all my ongoing projects, I'll let y'all know, I have Vlogtober. So anytime I come up with a video concept or idea, I put it on there. I also have my birthday thing I want to try to do, which is 23 days of breezy. Ooh, I don't know, because I'm tired already from Vlogtober, so I don't know if I'm going to make that, honestly. And then I also have Vlogmas. My family, we don't really do too much for, but yeah, I was saying my family, we don't really do too much for holidays. We cook, we eat, we're going to chill and say we thankful, we're going to pray and all that. And then that's about it. We be done and on to the next. Like, we're not a big holiday, like, family or whatever. I want to be, but we just kind of like not, so whatever. So yeah, just those type of things. And then also another thing, I have this list that I've been working on, asking God for 300 things. I saw Steve Harvey talking about it. Writing your list of 300 things and be very specific and very intentional in what you're asking for. And so I've been working on that list. And I go through and I read it every morning to see if anything changes. I haven't hit 300, y'all. I'm still in like 60, I think. 67, I ain't even. And he said that it get hard when you get to 100. Well, Steve, it's hard already. I lied. I'm only at 61. So I still got a long way to go. That's something I'm just going to be working on. And I like to read this every single morning just to kind of go over and remind myself what I'm asking God for. And it kind of just helps me mentally be like motivated and strive towards those things as well. So yeah, That's two things that I believe in doing to create those like habits to keep you stay motivated and all that. Okay, and then these are just some random questions, no category. What are some career goals or aspirations for your 20s? I have a couple for me because I do a lot of different things. As far as my nonprofit go, if y'all don't know, I have a nonprofit, the bsoyfoundation.org. Go look us up. For my nonprofit, in my 20s, I'm going to be honest, by the time that I'm 30, I want to be completely hands off from my organization. I just want to be the ambassador for the organization. I'll be the founder still. I'll still have a position on my board. I'll still come in and talk to people and all that kind of stuff. But I want to be hands off, and I don't want to be doing as much as I'm doing now. Like, I'm pretty much a one-man show right now. But by the end of my 20s, by 29, I need to have a full team in place who can operate without me having to even be there. I just want to be the one who is the ambassador. I want to go be the spokesperson. I want to go bring awareness to the organization, bring in participants, bring in the money, bring in the grants, and that is all. That is my goal for my nonprofit, and it took me a long time to figure it out. I'm just now figuring it out, and so now I'm having to kind of rewrite my plan. How do I get there? How do I become hands-off within the organization within the next 7 years? How can I achieve that goal? I don't know what that looks like. I don't. I'm gonna be quite honest. I'm new to the nonprofit world. I'm the only person in my family who's done this. Like, I don't really know how to get there. But I'm researching. I'm kind of trying to figure it out. But that's my goal with it. I don't want to be having to operate completely within the organization. Just going to get it and making those things happen because I believe in those projects, in those programs, and I know that's something that we need in the world. And I just want to be an advocate for it. I want to, like I said, be the spokesperson, be the president and the founder, be the one who bring in the big dollars to continue that important work. How do I get there? I'm still trying to figure it out. Another goal for me as a public figure, again, I want to be that public figure. So for me, I think honestly, something I could see myself doing for a lifetime is this. I don't know y'all, but I could see myself creating content forever. And again, I don't want to be no one-man show. And I'm going to say this a lot of times in every different business I'm about to tell y'all. I don't want to be the one-man show. I don't want to be the one filming every time. I don't want to be one editing all of my videos, creating all these thumbnails, setting up my marketing, researching my YouTube SEO, trying to figure out my hashtags and keywords. I don't want to do that shit. I want to be free to be the creative. Right? And just that. Because I don't think people understand that being just the creative can be hard and can be very overwhelming in itself. And so me having to be like as bossed up as it sounds, it's not bossed up. It's slavery. It's labor. It's hard work. But having to be the creative, having to be the manager, the booking agent, the director, the filmer, the editor, the graphic designer, the social media manager, all that shit hard. Like, nobody in their right mind want to do all those things. Nobody wants to be all those people. It's just overwhelming. But again, like I said, as a public figure, I think I would just want to continue creating content. I could see myself doing this forever. But again, with a team where I could just sit here and do this and not have to worry about lighting and all that extra stuff. And I do want to get back into public speaking. I think it's going to take me a minute. I still got to build up on my network, and I think I'm going to need a moment. Because I'm a little rusty at, like, becoming comfortable instantly enough to just, like, talk like this. But that's why I feel like this platform is great for me, YouTube, and just kind of be me. And also my podcast. So that's the next thing. When it comes to my podcast, where do I see that, the goal for that? I would like to hit like the top 10 charts for a podcast, like on Apple and, you know, all these different podcast platforms. I would like to hit the top 10 charts, you know, for the podcast. So that's something I'm interested in. But again, I'm a team. I need a team all around. I have to have a team for different things because I don't want to overwhelm people. Again, like, I don't need you to be my videographer for my nonprofit, for me as a public speaker, following me around, for me as an artist, for me as a podcast. Like, I just don't want to run nobody thin, you know. So, and then also my goals for my music in my 20s. I'm not gonna lie, I don't see myself doing music forever. Like, I'm gonna be involved in the music industry forever in some facet, but I don't see myself performing on those stage forever. Like, living the fast, traveling all the time lifestyle. Not that I don't want to do that, but I don't want to do that and have to work and be in artist mode all the time. Does that make sense? Like, yes, I do want God to give me the freedom and the financial stability and, you know, to be able to say, oh, I'm up and I'm going here and here and there. But I don't want to have to work there as well. I would like to be able to enjoy those. And as an artist, sometimes, a lot more times than none, when we're doing all this traveling and, you know, people see us living all these fast life, they don't understand we're working. You know, I may have been to New York, Atlanta, Nashville, LA in 1 week, but you don't realize I ain't get to see shit but my hotel. Nothing but the balcony to see outside, because I'm in studio sessions, I am in photo shoots, I'm in dress fittings, makeup appointments. Like, you're not getting to enjoy it. You're having to work. It is a job. I don't think people understand that. It is a job. Right? So, yeah. But I don't see myself living that lifestyle for a long time in the music industry. So, that's why I'm pursuing it like I am right now. Like, trying to find that hit and push myself. Because, you know, things, I may be transitioning out as a artist by 30. And I'm not putting no cap on it, because you just never know when's your time or what's right for you. But realistically, in my mind, what I want and what I see, it ain't that. Like, I ain't gonna be doing, like, hooping and hollering and all that while I'm 30. I don't want to be Beyonce. I know that sounds crazy, because who wouldn't want to be Beyonce? But I don't want to be Beyonce dancing on stage when I'm 40. That's not my dream. I would want to have moved on to different things. Because I do have a lot of passions. So, that's that. Yeah. So that's that. And then, like, my graphics and website business, I probably won't be doing that no more. Like, I might automate it somehow or hire people to run it, but as far as me personally doing it, yeah, probably not. By the end of my 20s, I probably won't be doing it no more. So, yeah. How do you handle the pressure of adulting and finding your path in your 20s? I have a good village. Like, you know, again, I'm still growing yet, but I really do have a great support system. I have amazing parents who will give me the best advice in the world that they can based off their life experiences. I have an amazing big sister who has lived life 7 years before me and who can give me advice on something a little bit more current than my parents can, but also from her experiences. I just have a really great support system of people who are going to surround me with the best advice, who are going to tell me everything that comes from their heart, who have the best intents for me in my life, who want what's best for me, even if it doesn't coincide with what they want to need. And so I think that is how I kind of, like, you know, handle the pressure of adulting and finding my path. And again, I have a lot of faith, so I feel like pressure is stress, and I try not to have stress or pressure in my life. I give it to God, and I be like, listen, this stressing me out, this is pressuring me, I need you to take this off my shoulders. And boom, peace, gone. Peace be still. It's there. What's your favorite books, podcasts, or resources that have been influential in your 20s? What is it? The Conversation, I think. That is a really great podcast when it comes to, like, dating and relationships and dealing with people. That one. I also watched the Know For Sure podcast with V. Savon. It's really good. It helps me tap into, like, my morals, my values, my spirituality, things like that. I also will watch, what's the other podcast? I watch, what is his name? David. Social Proof podcast. There we go. I watch the Social Proof podcast, and it helps me tap into, like, entrepreneurship and business. So that those 3 podcasts kind of cover almost every aspect of my life, so to speak. So that's what I do. As far as books, y'all, I haven't been honestly reading books like I should be. I got quite a few of them that I need to get through, and I haven't, and I'm disappointed. But I've been lately reading Michael Todd, Crazy Faith. It's a really good book. I've mentioned it before on my channel, and I still ain't put no dent in that damn book. But Crazy Faith is a really good book as far as, like, it helps a lot with your confidence. It helps a lot with, like I said, building that faith, things like that. So, yeah. Discuss the role of self-discovery and personal identity in your 20s. I think that just comes from experience, y'all. Ain't much I could say on it. Like, you're gonna find yourself and discover who you are just based off the experiences you go through in life. Like, you're not gonna know if you're this person or that person until you go through something. So, just experiencing life, taking it one day at a time, taking it one experience at a time, evaluating that experience, figuring out how you want to respond, how you want to act, and who you want to be after that experience. That's it. That's all I got. What's the best piece of advice you received for navigating life in your 20s? Enjoy your present because there may not be a tomorrow. Best advice I've gotten in my 20s. And I think that advice means so much to me now because when I was younger, and again, I'm just about to be 23, y'all. But yeah, and that's why I was like, I was stressed out as a teenager. But like, when I was younger as a teenager, like, I grew up like I didn't even enjoy my teen years, to be quite honest with you, because I was just always so focused on trying to plan for my future, trying to get to my future, trying to get to my goal. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it is when you're not enjoying those moments and things put in front of your face, because honestly, I feel like a lot of my teen years is time wasted because I don't feel like I have much to show for my teen years. Like, I don't have a lot of experiences I can call on from my teenage years to say, oh, I remember such and such. I don't feel like I have enough of those, and that's to my own fault. Yeah, I don't have no teenage stories. I didn't do nothing crazy or wild. I didn't, like, I don't really got nothing from them years. Like, it's just kind of a blank and a blur. It came and went. And so now in my 20s, I am choosing to, I am balancing living in my present and also planning for my future. And I guess I'm not as stressed about my future as much anymore because, again, I'm finding my faith, and I do believe that what's for you is for you no matter what, and it's going to come if that's what's supposed to be for you. So it's like, I know what I want, I know what I deserve, I know what I'm going to work towards it, because faith without work is dead. I'm going to work towards it, but just knowing that it's going to come regardless. And so I'm not going to stress myself out about the win. I'm not going to stress myself about rushing to it, because it's going to come when exactly it's supposed to come. That's it. So yeah, that's my best advice. Live in your present because there may not be a tomorrow. Enjoy it, y'all. Like, don't let life stress y'all out too much. I get it. Adulting hard as hell. And life be lifing. Okay? It be having us in a chokehold. But don't let life stress you out. Enjoy it. It is really a gift. Enjoy it. Enjoy it, enjoy it, enjoy it. Live in your present. Do something every single day that brings you a little bit of peace, that brings you a little bit of joy, that makes you a little bit happy. I don't care if that's walking in the store and seeing a dress that you're saving for. I don't care if that's going to Sephora and let somebody put some makeup on your face. I don't care if that's going to Starbucks and getting you a drink. Whatever it is, do something every single day that gives you a little bit of peace and serenity and happy, a little bit of joy that you're here today. Do something like that every day. That's my goal. That's what I'm doing for my 20s. That's the best advice I got. So, yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I don't know how long this is. I'm scared. This video probably an hour long. But, yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. Comment, subscribe. Hey, like, share, comment, subscribe. Comment, subscribe. Comment, subscribe. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.
I tell them that I'm bossy and cocky. I want four rings like a Audi, like my new whip, yeah, he